And I have no idea why I continue to wear LuLaRoe shirts every time that I film. That's just a fluke. I have no clue, but they're awesome. So hello everybody and welcome back to Lindsay's Little Library. Thanks for stopping in today because we're going to go through the rapid fire book tag. There's 20 questions and you are supposed to answer them as quickly as possible. I will try to do that. I can't make any promises though. So, question number 1. E-books versus physical books. As you can tell, I really like my physical books. There's something about touching it and seeing the pages and figuring out how many pages until the next chapter and can I keep going, or sneaking ahead a little bit. Sometimes I even read the last sentence on the last page. I'm kind of a rebel like that, so I really like my actual books. I do have the Kindle app on my phone though, because there are some really amazing deals out there that you just can't pass up. Through, I think the website is bookbub.com. I do get their emails every day, and so if there's a really good like free book or 99 cents that is on my pile that I want to read, I do download it to the Kindle app on my phone, so therefore I always have a book with me. But I definitely prefer physical books first. Number 2, paperbacks versus hardcovers. Doesn't really matter. I like them both. I don't even care if they're different when I have a series. I have one series that there's some paperbacks and some hardcover books. I don't really care. Paperbacks are usually a little easier to transport around, but there's nothing like a beautiful hardcover either, so it doesn't matter to me. Number 3, online or in-store book shopping. I like them both. I like to wander around Barnes & Noble and drink my wonderful coffee drink and take my time and look and explore what's out there, but I also like the quickness of Amazon, or love going on Book Outlet and finding some good deals. So again, kind of a toss-up there. Number 4 are trilogies or a series. This one's tough. Some of my favorite books are part of a series, so I think I'd almost have to go with series. The history that I've had with trilogies are, the first book is awesome, the second book is and the last book is almost like a hurry up and catch up and finish this. So I guess I go with more with a series. You can dive really deep into multiple characters' perspectives and really see an entire journey pan out. So I do like the series. Question number 5, heroes versus villains. I thoroughly enjoy Happily Ever After, but I tend to really appreciate a good villain, a really good villain, so I'll go with villain. Number 6, a book you want everyone to read. Everybody needs to go out and read the book The Life We Bury by Alan Eskins, I believe. I'll put a picture of it up here. It is an amazing book. It is about a college student named Joe, and one of his assignments in his English class is to interview a stranger. So he decides to go to a nursing home and interview somebody there. He ends up meeting Carl Iverson, who is on parole, medical parole, because he's dying from cancer, I believe, and he's a Vietnam veteran and a convicted murderer. So as Joe is interviewing him and learning more about what he has done to serve our country and then why he went to prison, he's starting to put together some pieces that just don't make sense. So he starts looking into the murder, the case, and yeah, it gets really interesting. There are some amazing perspectives on life in that book, on heaven in that book. It's a great book, and I highly recommend it. So go get it. I don't have it because I borrowed it to somebody. Number 7, the last book you bought. Let's see, I bought a whole bunch of books. I just did my latest TBR video before this. One of them was Emperor of Storms. That's the next book in Sarah J. Maas's series. So I bought that book. We'll go with that one. The weirdest thing you used as a bookmark. I used a hair tie once because I just had it, so shoved that in, so that worked. Number 9, your three favorite genres. So I am a huge fan of psychological thrillers. I love historical fiction, and I like YA. Borrow or buy? I tend to buy, but I'm definitely getting more into actively using my library and borrowing it from there. I am also a fan of borrowing books from friends, especially ones that they recommend, and so I've turned into kind of my own little library, and friends will come to me, and I'm happy to borrow them out to other people. Number 11, characters or plot. Well, a book's not good without good characters, so definitely characters first. Number 12, long or short books. I tend to gravitate towards short books, something I can get done in a week, but I do read the occasional long book as well. Number 13, long or short chapters. Huge fan of short chapters. I will read way more in a night when I know, oh, that's just 1 or 2 more pages. And the king of short chapters is James Patterson. All of his books are up there. He will get me in, and all of a sudden I've read 50 pages because, well, it's just 2 more. It's just 2 more, and he always leaves little cliffhangers, so I love short chapters. Number 14, name the first 3 books you can think of. So I did think of these ahead of time. First one that came to my mind is The Help by Catherine Stockett. This should be required reading in every school. Every person should read this. This is an amazing, amazing book about civil rights. So it's like 1960s Jackson, Mississippi, about the black maids that are basically nannies, and they raise white children, and kind of uncovering, yeah, it's slavery's over and the civil rights movement is going on, but stuff is still happening, and it's just an awesome, awesome book. So pick it up. I wish Catherine Stockett would write more books because this is amazing. Next book I will totally recommend is The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna, another historical fiction that I love, set in World War II France, and it follows kind of the women's movement side of things. On the home front with one sister, and the other sister goes off and helps kind of fight the war. Beautiful book, beautifully written, just amazing, amazing, amazing book. Totally read it. And the last one I recommend, again, I borrowed from a friend, is called Leaving Time by Jodi Picoult. As you guys probably have heard, Jodi Picoult's one of my favorite authors, but Leaving Time is by far my favorite book that she has written. I can't even tell you too much about it because I feel like I'd give it away because I'm so invested in that story, but it's got an amazing twist to it. And it's about a little girl trying to figure out what happened to her mother, who was killed by an elephant in the past. So trying to figure out what that was. You learn a lot about elephants, which is a really cool part of it as well. So great book. You got to pick it up. 15 books that make you laugh or cry. Number 1 is Ugly Love by Colleen Hoover. Bawled my eyes out. Amazing book. The other book that made me cry is The Martian. Just hilarious. I literally laughing out loud when I was reading that book. Number 16, Our World or a Fictional World. I love diving into a fictional world and learning about how it ticks and what happened and what's going on. I love fictional worlds. Number 17, audiobooks. Yes or no? Absolutely yes. I love, love, love audiobooks. They are awesome. It's fun to listen to. I have quite a bit of a commute every day, so it helps my time in the car go faster. Plus you get, I feel like, a different experience with the book. One of my favorite audiobooks of all time is Ready Player One by Ernest Cline. Will Wheaton actually narrates this audiobook, so oh my gosh, it's just awesome. Awesome, awesome book. I had to buy the book after I listened to the audiobook because it was that good. Number 18, do you ever judge a book by its cover? Yeah, like all the time. Totally guilty. It is what it is. How can you not? Number 19, book to movie or book to TV adaptations. Probably book to movie adaptations I enjoy more than book to TV. And number 20, a movie or TV show that you preferred to its books. None. I really love the book before I go see the movie. Harry Potter came close just because it was cool to see that magical world really open up and to like look at it and experience it that way. The other book that came close was The Martian because you got to see that humor with that sarcasm or that witty side of it added into that, so that was close, but I tend to always prefer the books over the movies. It's just how it is. So thanks for stopping in today for the rapid fire book tag. This was a pretty fun one. I liked going through this. So hopefully I'll bring it to you or bring some more tags to you in the future. I wish I could credit who came up with this tag, but I couldn't find it in the time that I was doing the research. So I'm sure there's someone out there, and whoever it is, thank you very much. Like, comment, subscribe before, and we'll see you next time. Bye.